one of the best races we've had so far. Look at Henry Carl in front. And Brightwell now 5 yards back against the world's best. It's America in front, Trinidad next, Jamaica next, and Brightwell still making no move. Can he do it? Can he get back after that shock defeat in the 400 metres? Carl's there. And Brightwell is coming on the outside. He took a bad bump there from Carl. America are going to win it. Here's Brightwell now in the bronze medal position. And he could get the silver. And Brightwell's going to do it. It's the bronze medal for the Trinidadians. Britain have received theirs in second place. The times confirmed. The first three all broke the existing world record.
Before Jerry make we scream, Marshall take Ian record, and Dion made competing fun, and Lalo and bronze was won, and a 4x4 team left us wanting more. These were the guys that set the pace in the 400-meter race for Team TTO. Mr. Mottley, thanks for joining us. You were amongst the first to win a medal for us as an independent nation. Take me back to 1964 in Tokyo. How did it feel to win the first medal for Trinidad and Tobago as an independent nation at the Olympic Games?
Well, Ken, those were exciting times. Shortly after independence, I had just graduated from University at Yale, and it was twofold. Japan was staging the 1964 Olympics to mark its post-war resurgence, and Trinidad and Tobago was out there 2 years after independence, celebrating on a world stage for the first time. And it was, for these two reasons, a doubly exciting time to be in Tokyo.
You were in the 400 meters, you won silver. Tell me about that experience.
I had been working for this for 4 years, coming through college, going to all, especially indoor track meets and across the United States, so that it was, for me, the culmination of my athletic career. The heats went exactly according to my plan. And I must tell you as well that I had been coached at Yale by Bob Giegengat, who in my last year was appointed head United States coach. So Bob Giegengat told me, Wendell, I've taught you everything, but now my job as head US coach is to beat you. So with that, I went through heats, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals perfectly. Yeah. But then now, Ken, the final.
Brightwell going strong in. Larrabee coming up inside Brightwell. The bespectacled Larrabee coming up inside, and he's way past. And it's Brightwell there, and Mottley and Badensky of Poland coming through on the inside, but it's Larrabee, and it's Larrabee. Larrabee is the United States first, Mottley second, Badensky was third, and Rodney Brightwell of Great Britain fourth.
And everything is going according to plan, and I'm out in front, and I am literally tasting the gold medal when this guy, Mike Larrabee from the United States, just comes from behind and just pips me on the tape. I felt not so much disappointed, but a sense of relief that it was all done, but with some slight regret that the gold was almost within my grasp.
You were in the 400 meters, 4x4 team, you were one bronze. How did you feel about that?
That was as usual, the last big track event. And it was, quite frankly, a disappointment in the sense that we were challenging the United States, and in making that challenge, we had to go after the front runner for the United States. We were just inside, and the Jamaicans were forcing us to run wide, and that cost us the silver medal. I don't think that we could have beaten the United States. They were off and that last too many yards ahead of us, but certainly silver was possible had it not been forced to run wide around that first turn. And of course, in these races, every yard matters or every meter matters.
We also came up with another bronze medal at those games. How do you feel to know that in our first Olympics as an independent nation, we came away with 3 Olympic medals?
Ken, you have to understand too, this was a time when it was independence movement, but Trinidad and Tobago was one of the early runners. Most of Africa was still not independent. So Trinidad played an outsized role as a young emerging country in the Japanese '64 Olympics. There weren't many others like us. So the Japanese saw us as some bright new emerging country, and we got tremendous support from the Japanese organization and of course the Japanese crowds.
60 years as an independent nation, what message would you want to send to Trinidad and Tobago from Mr. Wendell Mottley's perspective and also from the track and field fraternity's perspective?
That this little great country of ours can be a world beater once we are motivated and supported, but not supported only by the state. It has to start with families, clubs, and schools, because this is the model that brings people out of poverty and makes success of lives. And that's very, very important, especially at this time, world over, but for us here in Trinidad and Tobago, facing difficult times.